Hi everyone, this is Terry here. Welcome back to an episode of the NFL 2021 Prediction Series. Last time we did Week 15. Today we'll do the Week 16, which is Christmas Day on Saturday. So you know what that means? We are bringing out the Arizona Cardinals Santa hat here. As you might hear, I am a bit stuffy. I had a bit of a cold. I am feeling better though. So I do kind of want to clear that up. But yeah, Week 15 was a very interesting week to say the least. A lot of interesting games with the scheduling due to COVID. I ended up going 10-6 in the predictions. You know, I gotta say here real quick, I'm gonna give the NFL a lot of credit here for the way they're able to adjust games. I think that it's very admirable that even with these tough circumstances, they're able to figure out a week of football to be played. I definitely think the last 3 weeks here, because week 16, 17, 18, and we're done, then the playoffs, I could see some games being pushed back, especially with the playoffs. But let's talk about the games here for week 16. I don't know when they'll be played, but looks like one game that should happen on schedule is the Thursday night game to kick off this week with the 49ers Titans. I'm super excited for this game. Two teams who are just pretty good overall. The very solid teams. The Titans are 9-5 and the 49ers are 8-6. So very close in records. Both teams have smart coaches. Both teams run the ball, more so San Francisco, but they just are two really good teams. I am still going to pick the 49ers over the Titans. I just think that they're able to run the ball a bit better than the Titans. And I think the 49ers defense is really good. They're great at getting pressure, forcing takeaways. And Ryan Tannehill for the Titans has just kind of regressed. Unfortunately, meanwhile, Jimmy Garoppolo's coming up and up. So I do think San Francisco does beat Tennessee. I think this is going to be a great game. This is going to be Tanner's game in a week. I had the final score being like 31-28. I think it'll come down to the last second, but I do take San Francisco here. So then we have the two Christmas games, Browns, Packers, and then Colts, Cardinals. It's a Christmas miracle. We actually have two great Christmas games. I think this Cleveland Green Bay game is going to be really good. And I'm actually going to go with my upset of the week. Tennis upset of the week is I'm going to take the Browns over the Packers. Cleveland seems like a team that just kind of goes up and down. Like they win a game, then they lose. And last week they lost. I think this game they'll bounce back. I think that Green Bay is a really good team. They clinch the NFC North. Congrats to them. But I don't know. I just see the Browns winning this. I think Nick Chubb's going to have a really good game. I think they're getting some of the players back. I just think the Browns match up really well against the Packers, and I think they win kind of by maybe it's the last second play or whatever, but I do like Cleveland in this game. I think it'll be a really good game. And then Colts Cardinals. I'm really excited for this one. Jonathan Taylor, Carson Wentz, Michael Pittman versus, Kyler Murray and crew. Two teams who look to be in that playoff race. Cardinals are falling down a bit. I do think Arizona beats Indianapolis. I like the Cardinals defense a bit more than the Colts, and I trust Kyler Murray more than Carson Wentz. I think the Cardinals win. I think it'll be a really good game though. And then Monday night we got the Saints hosting the Dolphins. This I think gonna be a better game than people think. Miami, if they win this game, they will have a winning record on this season. They're currently 7-7. If they win this, they'll go to 8-7, and I do think they do that. The Saints offense, I just don't trust them. I trust Miami more defensively, so I do think the Dolphins beat the Saints in kind of a low scoring but fun game. Alrighty, let's go to the Monday. Oh, let's go to the NFC games. Giants, Eagles. Eagles run the ball. They're a good team. I think they win. I do have the Lions being the Falcons. Detroit's getting some momentum. Jared Goff's playing well. I do think they win this game. Buccaneers, Panthers. Ultimately, I do have Tampa Bay winning. I think this is going to be a very ugly game. I know Tampa Bay, came off. They got shut out last week, but I mean, the Panthers are just not there. I think it's going to be a very ugly, boring game. I think it's going to be like 28-10. This game, I think, is going to be so boring. I'm surprised that this is actually not the Sunday night game. But joking aside, we do have some good primetime games. So, in all seasons, I have the Buccaneers being the Panthers. Rams, Vikings, two explosive offenses. You got Matthew Stafford, the former Lion, used to playing Minnesota. I'm gonna go with the Rams, but I think it'll be a closer game than people think. I almost picked the Vikings. I don't know. I just haven't seen enough from their defense, in my opinion. Bears Seahawks, another game that I think is gonna be Justin Fields versus Russell Wilson. That Seattle pass rush is kind of getting there. There's some like getting better. The Bears online's terrible. I think Seattle wins. I think there's gonna be a lot of running the football. And I also do want to mention not only is it Christmas, but it's a fantasy football playoffs for a lot of people. So you have running backs. I would say start them again. I'm not a fantasy expert, but it's gonna be interesting. Good luck to all of y'all in the playoffs, whoever is in them. Washington, Dallas. This is Sunday night. I think the Cowboys win. People have been very low on Dallas, so an efficient offense to get the job done. I think they win. AFC, Lamar Jackson's hopefully versus Joe Burrow, part two. I think this one is going to go to the Ravens. I think that they kind of have this fight in them, and I think that the Bengals are a team that is very much based off the explosive play. And I think Baltimore's actually more consistent, as weird as that might sound, even with the injuries and stuff. So I do think they win. Jaguars, Jets, Trevor Lawrence versus Zach Wilson, and it is the exciting headline for this game. The game itself, I think, will be lower scoring, like 20-17, but I think it will have enough cool plays. I'm actually kind of excited for this one. I'm going to go with the Jets. I like their defense, and I've been more, yeah. Patriots, Bills, round two. I do have actually the Bills winning this one. This was a tough one. I don't know. I think Buffalo's going to kind of bounce back here. They looked good last week, kind of a good game where they beat Carolina. I think they go into New England, play well. I think it'll come down to Josh Allen versus Mac Jones. And I think just Josh Allen's a way better quarterback at this point. I like Mac Jones, but Mac Jones is pretty good. Josh Allen is borderline elite. I do think the Bills win. Chargers, Texans, I do think LA beats Houston somewhat easily. Houston seems to have games where they kind of play well. I think the Chargers win like 28-17. Very one-sided though. At the end of it, this one could be cool. Steelers, Chiefs. I almost wish this was a Sunday night game. That defense of Pittsburgh against that offense in KC. Big Ben versus Patrick Mahomes. I think for the second time. I'm going to go with the Chiefs, though. Ultimately, I do like the Steelers' defense, but I think Kansas City will make enough plays to kind of escape it. And I think that ultimately Mahomes is going to have, those plays to Hill and Kelsey to win it. And then Broncos, Raiders, afternoon game. I actually think this will be a close game. I do have Derek Carr in Las Vegas. That team seems really fired up. I have them winning. So that'll be it for the predictions, everyone. And I do want to say, take these ones very loosely. Because, with the COVID stuff, there's a lot of things going on. But yeah, so that will do it for week 16. And then after that, y'all, we only have two more weeks of the regular season. I just want to say thank you, everyone, for the support of this channel. And have a very Merry Christmas. Hope you enjoy whatever you're doing, celebrating with family, friends. Just enjoy the holidays, whatever one it is. I just hope everyone has a fantastic time. This year has been very up and down. And I just hope the holidays are a very relaxing time for everyone. So thank you all so much for watching. Really looking forward to these games. Let me know what games you're most excited for. What are your picks? There are going to be a lot of fun ones. And hope you all have a great holidays. Take care, everyone, and have a good one.